nerds, it's John, here with Metro Minute, brought to you by Metro Entertainment, located in downtown Santa Barbara at 6 West Ampamoo, open daily from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. And today we've got reviews from Mack. And Mack, what'd you review again?
It's a surprise.
It's a surprise. And we have a very special guest, Metro's very own Carla Hoffman, who's going to be talking Iron Fist and Uncanny X-Men, and she's going to review for us Sparks, Nevada, but she's going to do it right this time. This week, I actually wanted to talk to you about a great comic book that anyone can afford that is only 25 cents, and that is Invincible. This is actually not technically number one. There has been a longer overarching, but 118 issue story prior to this. But they do a super awesome job of filling you in on everything that's happened in here, and not like Marvel way where it's just ye old wall of text. This is almost like its own little comic book, like last time on Invincible, and it's really great. This issue, I've never read Invincible before, so like I just finished this right before doing this review. Oh my god. So good. So good. Not your typical superhero story where, you know, good guy goes out and punches turkey neck bad guys in the throat. This is like dealing with some really heavy stuff, to say the least. So for 25 cents, you really cannot go wrong. Pick it up. I wanted to give a little shout out as well this week to a book called Tooth and Claw. It's actually called Tooth and Claw Autumn Lands. Something or other. Autumn Lands, it's not important. The first issue is actually just called Tooth and Claw. It's amazing. It's magic using animals. Magic is dying from the world. If you've ever been a fan of like D&D or especially like the Dragonlance series or things like that, or if you're a fan of Redwall or whatever those other books are with magic talking mice and things like that, look, it's great. So check that one out. It's been one of my favorites, and the art in there is phenomenal. And then the last thing I want to talk about, because on the very first episode I said I would, and then I didn't. The very first thing Captain Marvel. Just shut up in Captain Marvel. This is great stuff. This is In Pursuit of Flight. It's a trade paperback. We have it here in stock. If you can't find it, it's in the Women in Comics section of our store. And I super love this. In Pursuit of Flight is essentially Carol Danvers gets sent back in time to World War II. She ends up working with some Civil Air Defense members in women, all-female air squadron who has ended up deserted on an island in the Pacific. Good stuff, weird time travel-y things, but also a fun escapade throughout history. So that is my trade of the week.
Hey guys, this week I wanted to talk about the final issue in Elektra's Marvel Now series, which I think was super duper underrated, and the reason why I'm saying it's underrated is because it was canceled because no one was reading it. Really good. If you've ever been a fan of Elektra, or you've been curious about reading Elektra, or if you just like a book with really awesome martial arts and really, really great art, I would definitely recommend picking it up. The art by Del Mundo is so fantastic, and it really saves the book, in my opinion. Like, not that the writing isn't good, but it's the key to pick up the book. And it's over now. The series is over, so it's a great opportunity for you to get caught up with the series. There's a couple trades available, so definitely check that out. And I also want to do a couple spotlights on some TV that's currently comic booky and available. So on PlayStation Network is Powers. I don't know if you've heard of it, and I know that's kind of a hard place to watch it if you don't have a PlayStation, but it is available online too. But if you're like the show, if you're curious about the show, I definitely recommend reading the graphic novel too, or the series Powers. Very long, but really awesome. It's basically a detective team that deals exclusively with superhero-based crimes and murders and things like that. And I also want to say, if you're looking forward to Daredevil coming out April 10th on Netflix, definitely come in the shop and pick up Daredevil, The Man Without Fear, which is a series that they're taking a lot of influence for the show. This and also Daredevil Born Again. If you can get your hands on those two, I definitely think that you'll have a good understanding of Daredevil and you'll help you enjoy the show. So that's it.
I'm here to talk about Uncanny X-Men 32. If you're a big-time X-Men fan like me, you've probably been waiting for this issue for months, possibly years now. Ever since the end of Avengers vs. X-Men, the entire mutant race has been thrown into catastrophe. Scott Summers has declared his side, the Jean Grey School continues on their side, and we've never really understood Scott Summers' reasoning for leaving what is essentially his home. Uncanny X-Men number 32 finally sits down with the man at the end of his rope as he's willing and ready to turn himself into the authorities to serve for his crimes against humanity. With great guest appearances by his brother, a fantastic talk between him and Emma Frost. If you're a longtime X-Men fan, pick this issue up. If it's been a while since you've read the books, this is a great place to jump on because the last few pages reveal a possible new plan in the works. I also want to talk about an underlooked gem in the Iron Fist, The Living Weapon, written and drawn by Kari Andrews. Kari Andrews is an amazing artist and a very detailed storyteller. Now, it isn't for everybody, but if you like kung fu, action, mysticism, man versus his father versus legacy, this book is for you. Plus, all the artwork bursts off the page with energy, life, dark, deep lines, and fantastically etched faces. This issue right here that I hold in my hands is the latest one, issue 10, has a 4-page punch delivered by Danny Rand himself to what might possibly be the dragon that ends the world. I hope you read this book. Last but not least, everybody should take a look at the Thrilling Adventure Hour presents Sparks, Nevada, Marshall on Mars #1. This is a series of comics based on a radio series done in podcast form that harken back to an early days when everyone used to gather around the radio and listen to adorable genre shows that have a little bit of fun and a little bit of humor in them all at the same time. This book brings to life Sparks, Nevada, Marshall on Mars, a western set in a sci-fi space setting that has snappy patter, fun art by Jay Bone, and Acker and Blacker, the men who originated the characters behind the writing table. If you get a chance, pick this one up and you won't be disappointed.